Hello everyone and welcome, namaste, to this new video. I wanted to tell you that I wasn't able to make another video last week. I wanted to, I prepared an ASMR video. There was a lady out there, I will tell you the name in the ASMR video. She requested another stuffed animal ASMR style video because she had so many tingles from it, and that made me very happy. And I said, of course I can do that. I'm always happy when you tell me what you want and need. My life is like a roller coaster right now, and as many of you know, that I am a daycare mother till the afternoon, and afterwards I am a spiritual medium. I have 2 jobs, and there is quite lots of coming and going in the daycare, and another child is going because parents sometimes don't think before they do something. And now I'm seeking again for a child, and this is always very, very exhausting because you have to seek, you have to put everything out there on platforms again, blah blah blah, until the contract's there, and then that the child is starting to get used of you in the group. And this happened so many times last year that I was quite tired, and it seemed to be better this year. But we have another one leaving, so it's continuing still a bit. But I have one mom. She's very, very nice, and I'm so thankful that she is there and that she supports me in the group and everything. That's it. And I could, of course, maybe if I would have time, I could release a new video ASMR style, but I don't feel it that much, and I wanna transfer my full beautiful energy to you. I wanna pass it on, and I'm just not so much in the mood to do that. But I think everyone is experiencing that in one way or another, this roller coaster style here. But I prayed, and a new light child will find its way to us in the group. Then I have I just wanted to make a bit update. I have a very, very fun story that just happened to me 1 hour ago. I have this ring from, I don't see it because, from Jonna Jinten, Sweden, and this one is extra custom made piece in my size because I didn't have the size 57. And I don't know what happened that day, but it was quite a crazy day. I actually wanted to spend my evening with a goodie from the bakery outside in the evening sun, and wanted to watch the sunset. And I don't know what happened to my mind. I got to the bakery and I bought that goodie, and actually I should buy bread because I ran out of bread already, and I was so joyful about that sweet thing. And I went to the river, and and I wore my new sunglasses also. And everything came together. I put that ring, I hung it over a little twig, a branch, and to just be in the energies of nature. And I wanted to take it away again, to take it off. And then I thought, oh no, just leave it there. So it can sit a little bit longer in that energy. And I was with my sunglasses, I took it down and up and down and up, and I was looking a bit at the tree to find a perfect angle to photograph it, to make pictures. And as it seems, I completely forgot about that ring. Oh my god, this was quite expensive. And it's not long ago I bought it. I think it was December last year. Because I lost a very, very, very ring that was very expensive to me, and I wanted to have a new one that I always wear. Yeah, so as I was at the riverside and I was looking for a good angle to make pictures, I suddenly got hit by a vision, because with my daycare kids I opened the freezer and I saw that I ran out of bread, and it hit me because I knew I just had been to the bakery and I forgot the bread. So I thought, oh my god, completely nuts. So I ran from the riverside because it was already evening and I wanted to arrive at the bakery when it's still open, of course. And I went to the bakery again, and the woman, she looked at me. I said, it's crazy, I came for the bread, and I was even talking about bread in the bakery before, and I said, but I forgot to buy it. And she was laughing, and she said she hopes now that I have everything. I said, if I come again, don't wonder. So I bought that bread and I went home. It was last Tuesday. And I was in my room. I was in the bathroom before. And I looked at the tiny, I have like a little figure that where my jewelry, I put my jewelry over. And I saw that my ring is not there. And I thought, hey, I always put it there. And I couldn't remember that I put it somewhere else in the house. And I got a little nervous. And I asked the holy Angelius, no, Antonius in German, Anthony maybe in English, from the spirit realm, because you always can ask him where you put your things. And I asked him where my ring went, and he gave me a vision of branches and twigs. And I thought, oh, this is too crazy, because sometimes I go out several times a day and there are so many branches and so many twigs. And I thought, oh no. And then I got more and more nervous, and he showed me then the riverside. The picture got clearer. And then I thought, okay, at least at the riverside. And I said, show me more and more. And then I remembered it so clearly how I put this ring onto the little tiny twig in the evening sun, and I left it there, and I thought, oh my god, now I know where it is. I have to run to the river. I went to my bike and I flew to the river, and there it hung so beautifully, still after almost 1 week, wet and all beautiful on that branch. And by the way, this ring is called Rim Frost, and it's the medium. They have a small, a medium, and a big size of this ring. And she has so many other beautiful jewelry. And her husband and her, they are making this by hand still, and you really see it, you feel it. This is a real quality, and it's crazy because this ring doesn't get more bad as long as I wear it. The longer I wear it, it gets more and more beautiful, more and more shiny, and you just know it's a handcrafted piece. Thank God I found it with the help of the holy Anthony. That was really crazy today. And I want to provide you with some spiritual updates. I have some very beautiful news. Just a second. Yeah, we were there where I said that the yearning and the wishing, the desire is the feeling, is the engine of creating the new world, new Gaia. Yeah, and what I feel so much right now is that I don't know how it's with you. You're really so invited to share in the comment section below your experiences and thoughts and feelings on this journey, because it's I get so many visions and flashbacks about the year 2011. For me personally, it was a very, very crazy, deep year, because I moved out from, not home, but from my grandmother's. She lived here in an apartment down here. She died 2021, I think. And I moved out with my ex-husband. He came from Tunisia. He's from Tunisia. And we moved just a long street up to another apartment, and I was so happy at first. This apartment had so many high windows and was so beautiful. And I don't know, I can just tell you that I felt so much like the heart is opening, my space is opening. I felt so free and so freed from all this family stuff. I had hard years with my family behind me, and as many of you know also, that I was in a clinic for mental illness, and was quite hard. And this was when my husband could finally come to Germany, and it was like everything was behind us, and now the sun and everything came in. And I remember that it was such a beautiful spring. I can never imagine where I saw so much sunlight, and this was such a special sunlight. Like, I don't know, it felt, and I could see it like silvery and yellow, and the roses came out like crazy. Everywhere you look, there were just roses blooming and flowers in general, and so many blossoms came falling from the trees. The streets were full of this rose and white blossoms, and I don't know, it was like a wedding of nature. And we have here it's like a path. It's a street actually, but it's very quiet because it's not a main street, and there are just gardens. And my husband and I, we always walk down to my granny here, and it was just, I don't know, the wind was so slightly and blowing, and the sun and all those endless blossoms and flowers and the smell, and it was quite warm for the time of the year. And I felt, I don't know, it felt like it was one of the most beautiful spring times ever. And I bought a little scooter where I was all out and about with a scooter all day. I was like flying over nature. It was just like peace. But also at the year 2011, I have to say, we were suddenly, I don't know how this came, but I just knew and saw, and that's what I wanted to tell you now, that it was like two sides. It was the utter beautiful path, and also the darkest things below. So I usually we never had those deep family times or something. But this year, because of some circumstances, my parents were also workless that time, and so we had plenty of time. They suggested to go to mini golf. I hope I pronounce it right, and I hope it's a word. Mini golf. And it was just, then we went to the mini golf garden, and all the sunshine was so beautiful. And afterwards we all came to my granny always, and we ate there, and we had fun, and we were playing games. Sometimes we were 9 people all together, and we had so much fun. And I don't know, I was so happy that time, and it was out of nowhere, because as it seems, most of us were workless, and we spent the time together. But actually it needn't to be, because you can always meet at weekends and spare times, holidays. And then I saw just that we were just living such a beautiful life all together, and so funny, and it was just about having fun, being there out, being there with my scooter, being at the mini golf, just fun wherever you looked, whatever you did. And but at the same time, it happened to me that I got a lot of emails about animal cruelty, and I could just, I felt it like a message from beyond. We were sitting at my grandmother's house, at my grandmother's apartment, and we were eating, and I don't know, something felt so uncomfortable for me, because I thought, we are eating, we're having fun, but at the same time it was that thing under, that we were eating meat and eating milk and all that. Like you could hear the crying of the animals under the surface of fun and everything. And this was always a thing in my life. I also remember when I was a kid that it makes me very sad somehow, when we went shopping with my mom around Christmas, and I saw those dead turkeys and dead gooses and everything packed, like without a head, packed in those plastic things, and being in the freezer. And I don't know, especially around Christmas time, I always got such a feeling of all this, everything together, this glitter, this glamour, this, we're having Christmas, everything's so nice, but so many bad things are underneath, like family argues and bad feelings and animal cruelty for our fun. I don't know, I was just not happy with that, and I remember that I always thought about it, and it made me so sad. And this is why I'm so happy now to be vegan, and I always love to have a real mindful fun that is not hurting animals, or like that whole China thing now with this Timu and all this forced labor in China and everything that you hear, and child forced labor, and I don't know, this is also, there are so many hidden bad things in this world, dark things, that I was just so happy about being vegan then, to eat everything that was grown, and like laughing cells under the sun of each and every fruit you eat and vegetable. And this was the thing. I was 25 that time, approximately, and I was like rethinking my life and everything, and I got vegetarian at first because of some misinformations about veganism. But I was very fine with that, and then everything went rolling. It was like a stone was kicked down, and everything. It was that my first of all, my mom got a job again, and everything went down like we didn't meet anymore, or not that frequently, or not that happy anymore. We came in that no contact mode again, and with me and my husband got very worse. My health got very worse because of the all the stress that my body absorbed. And then I saw that this 2011 was the falling apart, and at the same time the recognizing of the most beautiful things in your life, what is so near and dear to you, and what are all the things you want to kick out, you really have to be separate from. And this was a very cleaning and clearing year, but it was just the start. And now over all those years, I see in 2023, at least for me, gets sober and sorted out and just clean and tidied up more and more and more and more. And it takes so many years to come clean and clear with everything. And this is what I wrote into my journal. And on the 1st of February, I woke up at night and I felt my heart, which happens more often recently. The heart is working most of all at night right now, and I woke up and my heart was glowing white, but so glowing, like you could feel you are a light. And I wrote like Elliot's finger from E.T. that he showed in the movie. So my heart was glowing, and I knew that our star planet, that we reached, the state that we reached, is synchronizing with the heart. Or I will come to this more. It was like aligning, like merging with the planet. And I went out to the fields at night, at the evenings, and everything was full of the Lyran alien beings. The entire field was so full. It was just a yellow glow. And of the white giants, and it was everything. It was that yellow, white, crystalline plasma waves going through. It was like crazy. I was so drawn out to the field. And this happens to me very often that at home I don't feel well, and I go outside and it's like it's like the call go out and get refilled. And I was grounding myself on earth without shoes and with my hands, and it was just be refilled and filled up by all this light, and I heard elevation and kingdom, and the Alpha Centauri were at the side of the field, and they were supporting this Lyran work with peace and freedom, and this actually inner work. It was like the Lyran were standing in the middle circle, in the core, and the Alpha Centauri around it. And it's so beautiful now when you see the alien teams working together, and everything is just one beam and one synchronized unity, and it's just so crazy. And I heard glow souls. So this is another thing they're doing, that they work on a soul level, that the souls are glowing and thriving. I'm hearing right now, the light heart is beating. And I knew that it's also the unification of light workers, and it was a unification of the light itself. so crazy again, and more we're coming more and more, we're like seeing the light blop blop blop, and we collect us again, everything spread out for this making and creating, like worlds, planets, people, and now we are coming inside more, back to source, back to this actual energy that we all had been once. And I heard that it is the baptism of heart. Isn't that beautiful? I really felt it so much in my heart space, the baptism of heart. And then, as I told you, that I felt that the heart synchronizing with the earth, I found a star outside. And this was the second one, by the way. I found another one, the same, just outside on the streets. So Jesus came to me, and with this remembrance of something that once happened, they were telling me, I knew that I had to go from my previous workplace, and I didn't know what came next. And Jesus told me a lot of things, so that I will do this and that, and I was so overwhelmed. First, because they have all this faith in me, and all, they think that I'm so capable of everything, and I can do so many things. And I thought, in my human thinking, I thought, oh my God, I don't know if I can do that all, and I don't know if I can, if you can trust me that much, that I will do all that, and I will be successful. And Jay went into, with his hand, he grabbed into his pocket, and he pulled out a star, a glowing star, and he said, so beautiful, he said, you are my star, Ailey. And I was like, oh my God. Now, he said it's always worth trying. This is the most thing. It was the purest love, and you can't do something wrong. It's always just trying, just leaning into the light. And that was so cool, because it was not that I was so much under pressure, but I was like overwhelmed that they think me, little human, can do all that. And the same thing, like he told me, for example, with the basketball, he said, Earth's just a basketball, Ailey. And it's right. And with this, he told me that that nothing is too big for me. In fact, Earth is so small. If your mind goes out and you are so big in thinking and creating and being light, then what's Earth? Yeah. And it was also meant as a picture, because Earth was that planet that went through the net of the basketball, and that's New Earth, the New Earth grid. And with the star, what he wanted to tell me, that he gave me this remembrance, and you are the star. And then I checked what he meant, because he didn't talk, of course. He just gave me that vibration, that we light workers, it was also the unification of the light workers, that we come here with this special and coherent vibration, another word, with this vibration. And when we come here on this planet, like Jay said once to me, Jesus, you don't need to do anything. Just by being here and being you and your vibration is changing the whole planet. And with this vibration, we are here, and we let the vibration rise on Earth. And this is why it was not so much that our heart synchronized with Earth. It was at that time that earth synchronized with our hearts. We came here and we let this light pump so much, and then earth can, we gave it to earth, like with the with what I said about the new earth grid and this glow up and the star thing. And that's when they said to me again, I'm like a seed planter. We are like seed planters. We yeah, like they always say star seeds, but it's not that we come from a star. We are projected from alien light beings, but everyone is that. But what they meant, and what I said once, that with the star seed, it's meant that we plant here the seeds, all those ideas from the stars are coming here on this earth plane. And this is why earth can be this spiritual star. This, like Sandra Walter said, is becoming a spiritual sun. Like I said in the previous video, I didn't get that information till now, but yeah. So this is how I checked this word star seed. Most of all them. And of course we are the seed onto this star again, and yeah, glowing, growing, everything. Yeah. So we are walking from phases to phases to phases of transformation. Just pure transformation. This is why things won't be so stable the next years, and especially this year. It's always in movement. It's always trying to synchronize and seeking to match with something. Yeah, being in this seeking state. So I invite you to sing the Om with me, to free us from all this chaotic vibration, and to say goodbye again, at least for this video. And whenever I have time and I really feel that I'm fresh for another ASMR video or any other videos, you will see one. So we breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in for the Om. They show me silver now, and silver is always to save information, to come down to center. So much silver to you and silver in all our space. Namaste, dear light brothers and sisters, and be so blessed from my heart. Yours.